today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Versus Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them. Because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The post-Tom Brady era starts now. It's the Bucs and Vikings underway to begin 2023. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023. In his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Mayfield going to the air right away. It's caught by Mike Evans. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Mayfield now. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's White. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Minnesota's new coaching staff really leaned on Cousins for leadership and production, and the longtime vet was up to the pressure. 29 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and a 13-win season, his best as a starter. Captain Kirk, he's quietly been one of the league's most productive passers the last few seasons.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
2nd and 12. Now Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. To throw, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
On play action, Cousins. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, it's Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Well, they tried to put him on the move, and the whole idea of doing that by bootlegging him out of the pocket is to freeze the defenders and gain an advantage, but they didn't bite at all on that one. Saw it the whole way and did a nice job getting him on the ground before he can get rid of the football.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Play action now. Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Cousins
looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White.
To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
Now Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Try to find Jordan Addison that time.
And it's 3rd down. Cousins.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Cousins now. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now out comes Minnesota. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. First down, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Deidrin Senat with a sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing. Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Leonard Floyd drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. But Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Completes it again to Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They go play action. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On the draw, it's White. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Looking to throw. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. In motion left goes a tight end. Mayfield off the play fake. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They go play action. Cousins. He'll check this one off to Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now. To throw is Cousins. He'll find Fournette again here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Osborne motions left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And how about finding this guy without a home? Signed as a free agent this past week.
Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not sure how you felt about it, but I thought he would have had a home a long time before this. And now just find a way to put it in his hands and let him run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Cousins.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Leonard Fournette.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. And this is caught by Evans. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Gets the check down throw to White. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Final play of the half, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. and they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front.
2 touchdown passes there for Brock Purdy.
Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Cousins.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
This one taken in by Otten.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
White. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. A handoff to Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He'll find Osborne here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to midfield.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Fournette, a first down carry. Tackle made by Deidron Sinnott.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21.
Play fake, Cousins.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins again. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Off the play fake, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Josh Oliver from 6 yards away.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Joseph on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Following the interception, Cousins.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's a give to Fournette. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now Cousins. That is caught. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Cousins now.
Throw left side, and Osborne has it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Joe Tryon in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
Joseph's got it, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there, that defense able to hold firm backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Mayfield to throw it.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otten, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from drawing level.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And Cade Otten capped things off with a touchdown grab.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
He gets it to Addison.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Cousins on first down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
3rd and 12.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Throwing is Cousins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
To throw, Cousins. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Osborne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They'll run with Fournette. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw it. Complete. Jefferson to target. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Joseph is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So out come the Bucs now.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Mayfield.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And out now come the Vikings.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6.
Joseph's got it.
And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
First down, Mayfield.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw, Mayfield.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
First down, here's White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's second and 10.
Mayfield now from the 50.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this is caught by Evans. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Now second and 3. Now back to the ground game with White.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Mayfield to throw.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Bucs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Russell Gage from 4 yards out.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So Cousins and the Vikings down 24-23, less than 90 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Cousins.
That's caught by Addison.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Cousins.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Cousins.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they will take a knee here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Buccaneers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.